This video is brought to you by REP Gaming Products. Help protect your deck and support the show by picking up a steel deck box from the link down below. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Abrew About Nothing. So as you know, Ravnica Allegiance is out, and Ravnica Allegiance has some cards that make me really excited to try out in Modern, and maybe the biggest one of those is Prime Speaker Vannifar. You might remember a Prime Speaker pod deck that we had an instant deck tech of. Well, this is kind of an adapted, slightly changed version of that, and we are going to run it through a Modern League today and see if Prime Speaker Vannifar really is the second coming of Birthing Pod, the banned Birthing Pod in Modern. So that's the plan for today, playing some Vannifar Pod in Modern, and I am super excited to give this deck a shot. So like usual, gonna try to do a quick 2-minute deck tech. There's not a ton of changes from the instant deck tech build, so you can go back and watch that if you want to. You'll still see most of the same combos and the same ideas, but a few changes around the edges. So anyway, a quick reminder before we break down Vannifar Pod for Modern. If you enjoy this deck, and you enjoy Much Abrew in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk some Vannifar Pod, starting with Prime Speaker Vannifar, which is basically a Birthing Pod on a body. 4 mana, 2/4, sack a creature, you tutor for a creature of the sacked creature's converted mana cost +1. The idea of Prime Speaker in this deck is to assemble some game-ending combo loops. So it's essentially a Birthing Pod on a body. Birthing Pod used to be one of the best decks in Modern, now it's banned. So to make this plan work, the Prime Speaker plan, step 1 is speeding it up a bit. We don't want to just cast Prime Speaker on turn 4, wait until turn 5 to untap, try to combo off. We have a bunch of ramp to hopefully get down Prime Speaker on turn 3. Birds of Paradise, Noble Hierarch, Wall of Roots. These cards kind of do double duty. Their main goal is to ramp us into Prime Speaker, but they also allow us to start the Prime Speaker game-winning combo chain once we have an active Prime Speaker. So let's talk about the Prime Speaker combo. So our primary combo, it sounds a little complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. So with Prime Speaker, unsummoning Sick on the battlefield, and essentially any one creature, we should be able to win the game. So let's say we start with just Prime Speaker and a Birds of Paradise. We sack Birds of Paradise to get Scrib Ranger. Scrib Ranger bounces a forest back to our hand to untap Prime Speaker. Then we sacrifice Scrib Ranger to get Renegade Rallier, which comes into play, revolts Scrib Ranger back to the battlefield, which again lets us bounce a forest to untap Prime Speaker. Then we can sacrifice the Scrib Ranger, again, it's like the ultimate sacrifice fodder, to get Deceiver Exarch, which comes into play, untaps Prime Speaker. So now we have Prime Speaker, Renegade Rallier, and Deceiver Exarch. Then we can sacrifice the Renegade Rallier to get Restoration Angel, which blinks the Deceiver Exarch, which comes into play, untaps Prime Speaker. Then we sacrifice Restoration Angel to get Kiki-jiki, and then we go infinite. With Kiki-jiki targeting Deceiver Exarch, which makes a token, which untaps Kiki-jiki, which again targets Deceiver Exarch. Infinite Deceiver Exarch, attack our opponent for like 1,000,000 damage, win the game. So that's kind of combo plan number 1. We can also do similar loops from different starting points involving Breaching Hippocamp, which is kind of like a 4-mana Deceiver Exarch. Zealous Conscripts in our deck is another way to untap our Prime Speaker. We're not stealing our opponent's stuff generally, although grabbing like a Karn or something against Tron could be sweet, but it's mostly to gain control, quote unquote, of our Prime Speaker and also untap it, and then we can get up to like Sun Titan, which then gets back Deceiver Exarch and puts us back through the loop we were talking about again. The one big change to this deck is the backup combo. So the original instant deck tech build had the Devoted Druid Vizier of Remedies combo, but I found that combo pretty clunky, not all that consistent, not all that on theme with the rest of our deck. So instead, we have a backup combo of Spike Feeder and Archangel of Thune. So in theory, we can just draw into this, we can tutor up with Chord of Calling, we can tutor up with Prime Speaker, but if we can get Spike Feeder and Archangel of Thune on the battlefield, we basically can remove a counter from Spike Feeder to gain 2 life, which triggers Archangel to put a counter on all of our stuff, including the Spike Feeder. So when we remove the counter again to gain 2 more life, trigger Archangel, we gain infinite life. We also make any creatures we have on the battlefield infinitely big, so we can just kill our opponent with one attack. We can also just go the slow route of like Court of Calling to tutor up a Turtle Witness, to get back Court of Calling, to get Restoration Angel, and set up the combo that way. Court of Calling, really important to the deck as a way to find our Prime Speaker. One of the most powerful things we can do, because of the summoning sick part of Prime Speaker Vannifar, is tutor up at the end of our opponent's turn to dodge sorcery speed removal. Then we just untap Vannifar. Theoretically, we just win the game if we have any other creature. Otherwise, in our deck, we have some utility stuff. Selfless Spirit, Spellskite help protect our Prime Speaker. Selfless Spirit makes it indestructible. Spellskite can eat a removal spell targeted at Prime Speaker. Thalia slows down our opponent's deck. Very important against combo in specific, which our deck, we're looking to win roughly around turn 4 is the idea. Other decks like Storm, KCI can win on turn 3. Thalia slows down those decks by at least a turn, maybe more, and since we don't really play non-creature spells outside of 4 Court of Calling, it doesn't really hurt us at all, so it helps make sure that our combo is fast enough to beat our opponent's combo. Knight of Autumn, just a Swiss Army knife, great one-of tutor target to get rid of artifacts and enchantments, to gain life against aggro, be a creature. Mana base, we're not going to talk about all of it, but we have a bunch of fetch lands, a bunch of shock lands, a little bit of fast lands, some basic lands. In the sideboard, we get some more combo hate in Ethersworn Canonist and Gaddock Teague. Kitaki and Knight of Autumn, good against artifacts and enchantments. Scavenging Ooze gains Knight of Autumn for more life gain and also graveyard hate against aggro. Is it Static Caster or Deputy of Detention? Give us some removal. Fulminator Mage for Tron in specific. Selfless Spirit, more ways to protect our Vannifar post-sideboarding if our opponent's bringing in more removal, bringing in Wraths. Path to Exile, a little bit of removal. And that is Vannifar Pod for Modern. And that is our much Brew deck for this week. So anyway, we're going to give this a shot. See how good Prime Speaker actually is in Modern. The deck, it's definitely not finished. This is a really challenging deck to build between the crazy mana base, between having so many ways to tutor things up, figuring out how much protection you need, how many combo pieces you need, how many actual game-winning loops you need. Figuring all that out is really challenging. So I assume that this deck is not all the way to where it's going to be once people keep working on it, once we keep brewing with it, but hopefully it's good enough to win some games as is, and hopefully Prime Speaker Vannifar is as busted as it looks in Modern. But let's get to the gameplay, see how it actually works. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap up. Alright, much brew about nothing time. Ravnica Allegiance is here, which means it is time for some Prime Speaker Pod. We're playing Birthing Pod, well, Prime Speaker Pod in Modern. And this hand's odd, but I think it's fine. Breeding Pool, Noble Hierarch. We really would like our Noble Hierarch to live, preferably. And then we can do some things. Steam Vents for our opponent. Untapped. And opponent passes. Land? That is a land. Alright, so play Wall of Roots, Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath, get a Plains, and play Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Opponent ups. So hopefully Thalia will at least slow our opponent down if they're trying to storm or something. And, I mean, we're getting not that far away from courting for Vannifar. Mountain. Opponent passes. Oh. Alright, well, maybe we just draw Vannifar. Play Vannifar. And pass the turn. And opponent's got to kill Vannifar. Or kill us before we untap. If we untap with Vannifar, we should just win the game. Well, let's see. Let's see what our opponent can do. Thalia's giving us a bit of protection. Alright, no attacks. Incidental damage, not the name of the game at the moment. Alright, opponent, let's see what you can do. Thalia down. Island. Opponent passing? Okay. Well. Ooh. Alright. So what is our plan for winning this game? I think we start by playing Scrib Ranger. And now we Prime Speaker, sack Ranger, get Renegade Rallier, get back Ranger. Now we Ranger Untap Vannifar, pick up Breeding Pool. Replay Breeding Pool. Now, Prime Speaker, sack Ranger, get Deceiver Exarch. Deceiver Exarch. Untap Prime Speaker. Let's play Selfless Spirit. Then we Prime Speaker, sack Renegade Rallier. Get... Well, I guess we have multiple options. Let's just go Hippocamp. Hippocamp. Untap Prime Speaker. This is the pod kill. This is it. And then Prime Speaker, sack Hippocamp. Get kiki-jiki. Kiki-jiki. Deceiver Exarch. And that's infinite. And that's modern. And that's Prime Speaker pod. Pona scoops it up right off the bat. Game 1. Pod kill. That is it. That is it. We played a Prime Speaker on turn 3. Untapped on turn 4. Game. Looped it up for the game. That's one of the basic loops for winning with this deck. That's one of the simplest ones, I think. Oh, all right. That was good. That was very good. Okay. I don't know what our opponent's playing exactly. I am unsure. I think we want, like, Ethersworn Canonist for, good God. This deck, so hard to sideboard. Do we really need Conscripts? Conscripts is 5 mana, untap Vannifar. There could be situations where that's important. Maybe we can cut Knight of Autumn based on what we saw. And then maybe, like, bring in... I don't know what our opponent's playing. Another Ooze? Also wondering if Gaddock is worth it. Let's go down Kitchen Finks. Knight of Autumn. Graveyard Hate for Renegade Rallier loop. Alright. All we saw was Is It Lands. It could be like Storm. It could be Is It Phoenix. Let's try it like this. Without knowing more of what our opponent's playing, it's hard to do much more. Well. Okay. This is interesting. I mean, we'll keep. If it's a Storm-style deck, Canonist is pretty good. Steam Vents. Untapped. And Serum Visions. Opponent. 1 top. 1 bottom. Passes. Well, Temple Garden tapped. We are a little bit slow as far as mana here at the moment. Island for our opponent. Well, we know what's happening. That's a brawl. Well, Misty Rainforest, crack it. Get a Breeding Pool. Untapped. And run out Canonist. So our opponent does have to answer this before they combo off. Pass the turn. Opponent. Shivan Reef. And Electromancer. Alright, so our opponent's stuff is very cheap. No doubt about that. Opponent. Passes. Alright. We untap. Oh, play Wooded Foothills. Crack Wooded Foothills. Get a Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Renegade Rallier. Opponent's got a remand. Alright. Pass the turn. Well, let's see if they draw an answer. The remand lets them loot and also draw a card. Discards a brawl. Well, no attacks. Hope they don't have an answer. Pass the turn. Opponent. Steam Vents. Uh-oh. Untapped is not a great sign. Opponent. Combat. Gets in. I mean, we'll block Brawl. There's not much of a drawback, I don't think. Down to 12. Maybe opponent's just going to gift Ungiven is the plan. Oh. Well, I guess that's the drawback. And now we might be dead. I guess we should have taken one from Brawl. Opponent. Manamorphose. Draws a card. Well, maybe we got greedy there. Serum Visions. 4. Both to the top. Oh dear. Opponent. Thinking it over. Ritual. Yeah, that block was probably not ideal. Opponent's not playing this very confidently. So maybe they just don't have a guaranteed win. Grape Shot. Okay. Down to 7. Alright, well, we're not dead. Well, we play Windswept Heath. We crack Windswept Heath. Wow, this is very interesting. Take a forest. I don't know what to do here. Opponent left both cards on top. Option 1 is just to run out Prime Speaker. Option 2 is to Renegade Rallier back Canonist. I think we gotta play it safe. Renegade Rallier. Ugh. Alright, unsubstantiate. Pass the turn. Well, you go, opponent. Untaps. What did they leave on top? Combat. Attacks. Yup. We are down to 3. Sleight of hand. We know they had 1 on top they wanted. Passes. Well, we play Prime Speaker. Pass the turn, see if there's any way we're still alive. I'm expecting end of turn gift. Well, alright, no gift. Alright, well, this is it. Let's see. Sleight of hand. There's lots of things that can kill us from here. Opponent takes a card. Combat. No attacks. Alright, we untap. Well, we play Birds of Paradise. We play... Selfless Spirit for protection? Yeah, play Selfless Spirit. And here we go. Let's see if it works. So, Vannifar. Sack Birds of Paradise. Get... Scrib Ranger. Scrib Ranger. Untap Vannifar. Pick up a forest. Vannifar. Sack Scrib Ranger. Get Renegade Rallier. Gets back Scrib Ranger. Replay the forest. Tap the forest. Scrib Ranger. Untap Prime Speaker. Pick up the forest. Prime Speaker. Sack Scrib Ranger. Get Deceiver Exarch. Untap Prime Speaker. Is this gonna work? Prime Speaker. Sack Renegade Rallier. Get Hippocamp. Untap Prime Speaker. Prime Speaker. Sack Hippocamp. Get Kiki-jiki. Copy. Untap. And a post. Oh my goodness! Prime Speaker Pod! Oh my goodness! It worked! We had nothing! We had nothing! Prime Speaker and nothing against Storm! And that is the example of the power of the combo. We untapped with 4 lands and a Prime Speaker at 3 life against Storm. Played a Birds of Paradise. We also played Selfless Spirit just for protection. But played a Birds of Paradise. And it's game. It's just game. Loop it to the win. And that is Prime Speaker Pod. Taking down Storm, even with a somewhat questionable block against Canonist. Oh man, Pod is back, ladies and gentlemen. Pod, it's back. It's back. Sweet. All right. Much Abrew about nothing time. We are playing some Prime Speaker Pod in Modern, and we're going to keep this on the draw. We would like a 1-mana mana producer, but this is okay. We got a random assortment of things. I will say with this deck, because we have so many random, like, 1 and 2 of combo pieces, and, like, toolbox pieces, we get some weird-looking opening hands, and this is definitely, this is definitely one of them. Ugh, Mountain. Legion Loyalist. Okay. Opponent. Getting in for 1. Well, come on, Birds of Paradise, Noble Hierarch. Forest. Alright, Forest, go. Gonna try to save Misty for this Renegade Rallier, perhaps. Opponent. Mountain. And Lightning Bolts our face, sure. Are we being spectacled? Why the main phase bolt? Alright, opponent gets in, down to 15. Yup. I'll play a Forest, play Spellskite, put up some defense, pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. Foundry Street Denizen. Well, only 1 card in hand, though, which is good news. Alright, opponent runs out the whack. So we're going to take our beats, but our opponent's out of cards. We should be okay, especially with this Knight of Autumn in hand, and eventually this Court of Calling. Yeah, opponent pumps the dorks. And Spellskite can potentially eat a Goblin Grenade. So we'll just block Foundry Street. Drop to 11. Opponent passes. Misty Rainforest. Crack it. This is painful, but take a Hallowed Fountain. Down to 8. Play Renegade Rallier. Get back the land. Pass the turn. Stay back on defense. Ramadan Bruins. Alright, that's good. So now our opponent can't really attack. Opponent passes. Well, crack Misty. Down to 7. Take a Stomping Grounds. Untap. Kiki-jiki. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's play it safe. Actually, okay, so we can Scrib Ranger, untap whatever, pick up the forest, replay the forest, play Knight of Autumn, go up to 11, gain 4, pass the turn. All right, and now we should be good, because now we can just Chord for Vannifar the end of our opponent's next turn and then proceed to win. And we should have enough defense that we're not in danger of dying. Hardcasting Kiki. Doesn't happen that often. Opponent passes. Sun Titan. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3. We'd have 5 creatures, 6, 7. Alright. Well, I guess we can... Eternal Witness. Get back Misty. Replay Misty. Pass the turn. No attacks. And opponent scoops it up. Alright. We didn't even have to go to the combo. So our opponent is playing 8 Wet Goblins. This is interesting. So we get a Is It Staticaster? Maybe like, maybe more Knight of Autumns? Life gain seems helpful. Path to Exile also helpful. Maybe Ooze, Deputy of Detention. Deputy seems okay. The question is going to be, how do we make all this fit? So these are like all the cards that we would play, but I don't think we can cut 8 cards. So I think we can cut Sun Titan. Since we're cutting Sun Titan, I think we can cut Zealous Conscripts. We can cut... Maybe we go like 2 pass. Thalia's not that helpful. And then this crazy 3-drop slot. Maybe we can only go 2 Knight of Autumns. We still have too many cards. Maybe we don't want Selfless Spirit. Vannifar is fairly resilient against goblins. They don't have that many ways of killing it. And one more cut from somewhere. Oh, good God. We could cut the Spike Feeder Archangel combo, but the life gain is actually relevant. I don't really want to cut a Noble Hierarch. Wall of Roots is a good blocker. Well, I guess we're going one path. Run it like that. Gonna try to play creature defense. Oh, boy. This hand would be sweet if we knew birds would live. Actually, this hand's not that sweet. Let's mulligan. Oy. Alright, this is a slow one. Well, forest to the bottom. This is not the kind of hand we were hoping for against goblins on the draw. Mountain for our opponent. And Finette. Well, good thing we didn't keep the bird's hand, because that would have ruined it. Well, we'll see. We got a Prime Speaker. I don't know if we're going to live long enough to cast it. That's the challenge. Let's play Temple Garden. Tapped. Pass the turn. I guess Spellskite actually isn't the worst here. It does give us a blocker at least. Fanatical Firebrand. Ooh. Opponent kept a 1-lander? Well, if our opponent's on 1 land, that gives us a bit more hope. Down to 17. Oh! And a Deputy. Okay. So, how do we do this in the least painful way possible? Windswept Heath, crack it. Grab a forest. Play Spellskite. Pass the turn. Alright, there's land number 2. Mountain. Burning Tree. Oh, how crazy can our opponent go? That's the question. Burning Tree. Into, oh my god, burning, oh dear. That's why our opponent kept the one lander. Yeah, they had pretty much the dream draw if they drew a land. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know if we're going to live long enough to Vannifar here. Opponent, full out attack. So we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down to 7. Misty Rainforest, crack it. Down to 6. Grab an island. Deputy of Detention. Get rid of the burning trees. Pass the turn. Opponent. Yeah, it was a big chunk of damage. And you know they got 3 action cards because they missed their land drop. Alright, another whack. This lowness on life is not ideal. Goes to combat. All out attack. Well, we block and block. Drop to 2. Opponent passes. Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent. Oh, we are hanging by a quite literal thread. Foundry Street. We're going to need to draw something that gains us life. I don't think we can cord for it. Opponent passes. Alright. We draw a Path to Exile. That's interesting. Well, Hallowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. Oh, this is so close. We can't even Vannifar here, I don't think. Legion Loyalist. Okay. Pumps Foundry Street. Oh man, we gotta look at our deck list. Is there anything that saves us? Opponent attacks. We can cord X3. We can Path Loyalist and cord X2. We Path Loyalist. We block. We block. Cord X2 doesn't save us. If we let our opponent attack, we block. We block. Yeah, I think this is all we can do. So opponent goes to combat. They probably have burn spells in hand too. Attack, attack. Attack, attack. Yep. So we block here, block here. I still think we probably lose here. Interesting. Yeah, this is all we can do. Cord. And hope for no bolt. If they got a bolt, we're dead, but there's no way we could leave up blue mana and do this. Opponent's getting back 2 burning trees. Well, I think we just... If we take Night of Autumn, we're just going to die next turn. Yeah, I mean, we got to continue to be greedy. Take Staticaster. Kill Loyalist. Alright. So, Deputy dies. We drop to 1. Opponent gets back 2 burning trees. Okay. I mean, we're still dead to a bolt if they ever draw one. Yep. Last card. Well, they have 2 cards. Well, last card. Ugh. Opponent passes. So if we play Prime Speaker, we can block, 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 shoot. That doesn't work. Alright, so we just have to pass. Opponent untaps. Foundry Street. Okay. That's fine. Goes to combat. Attacks. Alright, so we have to shoot the burning trees. Oh my goodness, this game has been ridiculous. Play Hippocamp. Untap Staticaster. Block, block, block. Shoot the burning trees. Oh, Lord almighty. Okay. Still at 1. Opponent passes. Renegade Rallier. Well, I think we just play Prime Speaker. Pass the turn. See if we get... I mean, if we get a turn here, we win. Even after all this, like, we have been fighting to stay alive. Opponent untaps. Goblin Guide. Okay. Are we going to win this game? Sweet Mother of Mercy. I cannot believe we have been so... Wow. Wow. Okay. I think we have a chance. Opponent, combat. I can't believe we're going to win this game. Opponent passes. Well, shoot down the Foundry Streets. Untap. Well, I mean, now we just go for the loop. So, play Birds of Paradise. Sack Birds of Paradise. Get a Scrib Ranger. Scrib Ranger. Untap Vannifar. Pick up a forest. Sack Scrib Ranger. Get Renegade Rallier. Get back Scrib Ranger. Float a mana. Scrib Ranger. Untap. Pick up a forest. Sack Scrib Ranger. Get Deceiver Exarch. Untap Vannifar. And then we can just sack Hippocamp to get Kiki. Sack Hippocamp. Kiki. And now we go infinite. I cannot believe we're winning this game. I can't believe it. Wow. Wow. What a game. We were so dead for so many turns. Wow. An opponent scoops it up. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Prime Speaker Pod. Huh. Whoa. At 1 life. Whew. Okay. Well, Prime Speaker. Oh my god. It's working. 2020. Keep it going. Keep it going, Prime Speaker. Oh, lordy. Sweet. All right. Much Abrew About Nothing time. We are podding it up. Pod. In Modern. And... On the play. Alright, we're gonna keep this. It's a little clunky. I like 2 Chords of Calling. Temple Garden tapped. And if we draw a fetch land, we can Renegade Rally or fetch land for ramp, which is nice. Ooh, Yavimaya Ghost. Ancient Stirrings. Oh boy. Lantern? Oh, KCI. Alright. Hooray. Well, there is a tiny bit of good news, and that is we do have a Thalia, which hopefully slows our opponent down at least. It also slows down our chords, which is awkward, but... Mox Opal for 1 mana. I mean, I don't think Thalia just wins here, but it does help. I don't know what just wins against KCI. An opponent scoops it up. Apparently they don't got no plan for Thalia. Well, Knight of Autumn's in. Kataki in. Unfortunately, Ethershorn Canonist doesn't work here. Deputy of Detention in. Gaddock Teague in. Probably also another Scavenging Ooze, although that's some slow graveyard hate. We're going to go down... Man, Zealous Conscripts... Yeah, alright. Go down Sun Titan. Go down Zealous Conscripts. I think we're actually going to take out the Thune combo too. Gaining life isn't super relevant here. So go down Thune and Spike Feeder. Go down... 2 more cuts. What are our last 2 cuts? Kitchen Finks. We can go down Kitchen Finks. Burrs we need. Hierarch we need. Kataki, good. I guess we can go down... Well... Selfless Spirit. It is a way we can protect, like, Thalias or Gaddocks. It's probably worth it for that alone. Just to try to, like, prison the prison deck. Maybe we go down 1 chord? Ugh. Yeah, let's go down 1 chord. They might have, like, Grafdigger's Cage. Let's try it like that. Well, okay. I mean, we got a couple of good lock pieces. We'll see. We'll see if it's enough. All right. Citadel. Sphere. Opal. Oh, opponent's just off to the to the Speedy McSpeederton start. Ichor Wellspring. Now, Misty Rainforest, go. Gaddock Teague is uniquely helpful here in that it shuts down KCI and it stops engineered explosives. Inventor's Fair. Wellspring draws a card. And Star. Well, crack Misty Rainforest. Take a Breeding Pool. Tapped. Untap. Play a Razor Verge Thicket. And get down Gaddock. Wall of Roots into Prime Speaker next turn would be nice, but we gotta try to not die. Bone it. Alright, there's a Psy. Well, we can beat Psy. That's the good news. Opponent passes. Well, Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Get a Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Play Wall of Roots. Play Thalia. Pass the turn. Well, I mean, in theory, we win in 2 turns. We'll see what happens in practice. Opponent. Gaddock plus Thalia is pretty good. Pyrite Spellbomb. Alright, so that can take down one of our lock pieces. Probably gotta be Gaddock, I assume. Opponent passes. Court of Calling. Oh boy. Well, play the land. Pass the turn. We're gonna have to wait one more turn. What we need to do here is when our opponent kills Gaddock. Oh, they're gonna kill Thalia. Interesting. That's bad news. Huh. Alright. Well, that went poorly. I figured they had to kill Gaddock first. And then we were going to, once Gaddock died, we could chord for Renegade Rallier. Alright, opponent gets back the Spell Bomb. Plays the Spell Bomb. Gets in for 1, well, crack Wooded Foothills. Take a Steam Vents, I guess. Opponent passes. How do we do this? Alright, I think we're just going for it. We play Thalia, Temple Garden, Untapped, Vannifar. And alright, if our opponent can win through our pieces of disruption, then they got us. They can kill one of our 2 pieces. So opponent takes down Thalia, Mox Opal. They still can't cast KCI though. Scrap Trawler. Gets in. I think we win. Temple Garden. I mean, I think we can win here. So. Wait, can we win here? We have Hippocamp in hand. So Wall of Roots gets Deceiver Exarch. Opponent's tapped out. Maybe we sack Gaddock? Sack Gaddock. Get Deceiver Exarch, untap. Wall of Roots. Alright, alright. If they don't have anything, this should be fine. So, sack Gaddock. Get Deceiver Exarch. Untap Vannifar. Court of Calling. X2. Get Scrib Ranger. Sack Scrib Ranger. Get Renegade Rallier. Get back Scrib Ranger. Scrib Ranger. Untap Vannifar. Sack Renegade Rallier. Get Restoration Angel. Blink Deceiver Exarch. Untap Vannifar. Sack Resto. Get Kiki. Go Infinite. And that should do it. Oh my goodness. Untap. Tap. Untap. Tap. Untap. Infinite Kikis. An opponent scoops it up, give us a GG, doing a little talk in chat, and we're up to 3-0 with Prime Speaker Pod, taking down the hated KCI. Our prison cards were good enough. Gaddocks, Thalias, finding the combos, and Gabe. Maybe this deck is real. Maybe this deck is just really, really, really real. Not only 3-0, but we're 3-0 with 0 game losses. Whew, Prime Speaker, podding it up. Oh, goodness. Sweet. All right, much Abrew about nothing time. We are podding it up in Modern, and that sounds fine. We don't have any combo pieces, but we have a pretty sweet little ramp hand. Birds into Renegade Rallier, get back land, keep going. So let's just Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath, take a Temple Garden, untapped, and Bird's Paradise. Pass the turn. See what our opponent's up to. Wooded Foothills, cracks Wooded Foothills, Blood Crypt, untapped, and the grimmest of Lavamancers. Alright, well, Misty Rainforest, crack Misty Rainforest. Grab a Island, Renegade Rallier. Get back Misty Rainforest. Pass the turn. Stomping Grounds, untapped. What is our opponent playing? Oh, they're just playing Burn, I see. Bump in the Night kills Renegade Rallier. Well, crack Misty Rainforest. Take a Stomping Grounds. Untap. We just drew kiki-jiki. Alright, play Prime Speaker. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent, can you kill our Prime Speaker this turn? It does take multiple bolts. On the other hand, our opponent does have 6 cards in hand. So maybe? Goblin Guide. Attacks. Zealous Conscripts on top. Well, we'll just take 2. Riftpole suspended. Oh, alright. Game, I believe. So, we don't have any way to protect stuff. So we just tap for mana. Might as well add red. Sack Birds of Paradise. Get a Scrib Ranger. Float for mana. Untap Prime Speaker. Pick up Stomping Grounds. Prime Speaker. Sack Scrib Ranger. Get Renegade Rallier. Renegade Rallier. Get back Scrib Ranger. Float for mana. Scrib Ranger. Untap. Pick up Stomping Grounds. Prime Speaker. Sack Scrib Ranger. Get Deceiver Exarch. Deceiver Exarch. Untap Prime Speaker. Prime Speaker. Sack Renegade Rallier. Get Breaching Hippocamp. Untap Prime Speaker. And then I guess we can just hard cast Kiki and go infinite. And a Pulse scoops it up! Turn 4 kill! Prime Speaker! Wow! Maybe this is just the legitiest of legit decks. Like, we've played 7 games. So 3.5 matches so far. 7 games, and we haven't even dropped a game. And we played Storm, and we played KCI, and we played Aggro. Maybe this deck is just actually, like, super legitimate. Maybe this is just a real deck. All right, so Knight of Autumn's great. Those are some of our best sideboard cards. We might need, like, Selfless Spirits for more protection. Also, Scavenging Ooze is really good. I don't think we're going to bring in the pass. Staticaster's fine. It kills Lavamancers, which is nice. Gaddock Tea does nothing. I don't think Deputy's worth it. I think this is mostly it. We could maybe find room for another Selfless Spirit. The question is, what 4 cards are we going to cut? So, all right, I think we're going back to the same. It's starting to seem like maybe you don't need Sun Titan Zealous Conscripts. That has been our go-to cut in most of our matches. We want all of our life gain stuff. We want our protection stuff. Thalia slows our opponent down. This is where it gets hard. This is where it gets really hard. What are our last 2 cuts? Maybe we can't afford to bring in the second Selfless Spirit. We do want all the life gain. That's most important. Maybe we just gotta cut a Wall of Roots. Kiki, Archangel, Resto, Hippocamp. Actually, let's cut 1 Cord. Cord is kind of a slow card. Let's try it like that. Come on, Prime Speaker, you can do it. I don't know about this hand. Turn 2 Scrib Ranger. Turn 3 Rallier Ramp. But we have a mostly dead Kiki and an Archangel in hand. I think we're going to mulligan. Well, okay. This is awkward. Prime Speaker. I think we actually have to go bottom for now, as awkward as that is. Bloodstained Mire. We really would like just a white source. Our mana is very awkward right now. Blood Crypt. Bump in the Night, down to 17. Opponent passes. Well, Court is also awkward. Well, shock ourselves. Breeding Pool on tap, Birds of Paradise. We need this white mana for Thalia. Mountain. Lava Spike, 12. Lava Spike, 9. Well, we're going to need some life gain. We're almost dead. Alright, well, run out Thalia. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, run out Thalia. Play Misty Rainforest. Pass the turn. Thalia does slow down us courting for something that gains life, but Wooded Foothills. Opponent. Passing. Well, crack this. Down to 8. Take a Temple Garden. Tapped. Untap. Play a Birds of Paradise. Play an island. Go to combat. Get in with Thalia. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. Opponent. Cracks Wooded Foothills. Stomping Grounds, tapped. Well, alright. Let's Deceiver Exarch. Tap a Blood Crypt. Just try to slow our opponent down. Opponent. Goblin Guide. Alright, we can block that. Bloodstained Mire. Opponent. Passing. Well, pass the turn. No attacks. We need all of our creatures to Court of Calling. Opponent untaps. We do have 2 chords, though, which is nice. That means we can get Knight of Autumns 2 turns in a row. Eidolon. Sure. I think we might be good. Opponent. Combat. Well, alright. Court of Calling. For all we got. We can't get Vannifar this turn, but X3. Take a Knight of Autumn. Gain 4. Up to 12. Untap. Misty Rainforest. Pass the turn. And I mean, now I think the plan is just to chord for Vannifar? At 12, we're not really in danger of dying. Blood Crypt. Untap. Opponent. Tap land. I mean, we're going for it. We're going for it. Court of Calling. For all we got, X4. Take Prime Speaker, Vannifar. Got a removal spell? Opponent has Dismember. Alright, so opponent remains alive. We untap. Spellskite's good. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Well, now we're just on the beatdown plan. Opponent takes it. Play Spellskite. We will definitely take 2 for the honor. Pass the turn. Spellskite, good protection. So our opponent had an answer, but I think we're still good. Tap land. Opponent. Passing. Well, Misty Rainforest. Get a forest. We're just going to run out the threat. We're on the beatdown plan. The backup plan. Hippocamp. Yeah, whatever. Untap Birds of Paradise. We draw a Hallowed Fountain. Well, go to combat. Attack, 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 attack. Opponent blocks. Blocks. Takes 3. Well, Hallowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. No combo, but I think we're just going to win. We don't have lethal this turn. We're 1 short, but even with Bump in the Night in the graveyard, we're getting the jankiest beatdown win. Opponent, are we getting bumped? All right, skewer the critics. Well, how about you skewer our Spellskite? Opponent passes. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent to 1. And I don't think Birds got a way out of this. Pass the turn. They had the answer to our birthing pod. Well, Prime Speaker, Vannifar, and still got the win. 4-0. GG's. GG's. Have we still not lost a game? We haven't lost a game, have we? We haven't lost a single game with Vannifar? Oh my Lord almighty. Broke it. 4-bit broken. We got there. All right, one more for the 5-0 dream. Okay, let's get it. Let's do it. We can do it. All right, much brew time. We are on to round 5. So far, 4-0. 4-0, 8-0. 4-0 in matches, 8-0 in games, and Prime Speaker looking good. We're going to keep this one lander. We do have 2 birds. It's slightly risky. Ether Vial, eh? Land? Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Take a Temple Garden. Untapped. Play Bird's Paradise. Pass the turn. Little worried about Leonin Arbiter. We don't have much mana. We kept a pretty mana-light hand. Opponent. Horizon Canopy. Noblest of Hierarchs. Sure. Opponent passes. Land? Alright, that is a land. Well, I think we just play Wall of Roots. Play Birds of Paradise. Stomping Grounds tapped. Opponent vials in. Another Noble Hierarch. Oh, maybe this is humans. This might be humans. Well, we pass. Our mana's working out. Our hand is a little awkward, but this is a hand where we just want to draw kiki-jiki. Little awkward, we have both Deceiver Exarchs in hand. That might be a problem when it comes time to try to combo kill. Having one in our deck is a pretty important part of the loop. I wonder if we can work around that. We haven't had to. I don't know what our opponent's tanking on. Pathing does not seem very good. Alright, so we pass. Opponent untaps. Taking up the vial. Yep. And combat. Passes. Okay. We draw Sun Titan. Well, I think we just pass. Opponent could definitely have collected company here. Do we want a Thalia? We can Thalia. Yeah, let's Thalia. Here comes the Coco. Yup. Well, let's see what they hit. Oh! Oh. Well, that's less exciting. Alright, pass the turn. Oh, this is bad news. It's Spirits. Opponent. Oh, is this another Drog Skull Captain? Alright. It is. Okay. Dream might be dying at the hand of Spirits. Ether Vial. Opponent. Combat. Gets in for 7. Well, we dropped to 10. Well, let's Deceiver Exarch. Oh, another Queller? Oh, boy. Now we're definitely dead. Dream dying. Dream dead. Zealous Conscripts. Yep. Alright. Well, we lost a game. We didn't have a great hand, and our opponent, Spirits. This feels like a tough one. Well, bring in Path to Exiles. Bring in Deputy of Detention. Bring in Is It Staticaster. Go down. Sun Titan. Zealous Conscripts. Kitchen Finks. And what else? Maybe like 1 Wall of Roots and Scavenging Ooze? Actually, no, Thalia's pretty not great. Let's go down to Thalia's. Leave the Wall of Roots and Ooze. Canonist. 1 more Night of Autumn could be fine. It does get Ether Vial, but that's like all it does. Alright, running like that. We're on the play. They don't have that many ways to interact with our combo. Well, alright, we'll keep. This hand actually looks pretty good. So, Breeding Pool, untapped, and Bird's Paradise. Pass the turn. Opponent. Sanctum. And Ether Vial. Alright. Opponent passes. We draw birds. Do we want to just get rid of this Vial? The problem is it means we don't get to Vannifar next turn, necessarily. Let's Wall of Roots. Birds of Paradise. Hollowed Fountain. Tap the turn. Pass the turn. Opponent. Taking up the Vial. Windswept Heath. And passes. I mean, I guess we're just going for it. Prime Speaker. See if they got a path. Oh boy. Well, this is a moment of truth. Do they have a path to exile? Cracks Windswept Heath. Come on, no path. No path. No path. Plains. Ugh. Alright. Well, they do have the path. Let's take a forest. Well, we'll see. Opponent passed the test, and now they have a vial, and they have mana. We'll see if we can get back into it. Flooded Strand. Opponent. Passing. We draw. Scavenging Ooze. Well, let's lead with Spike Feeder. Resolves. And then Night of Autumn. Was trying to bait a Spell Queller with Spike Feeder, but... alright, Resolves. We will blow up Ether Vial. Wow, nothing to put into play. Alright, pass the turn. I mean, now we're drawing live to getting Archangel Athune on the battlefield. Opponent pass Spike Feeder. Let's gain life. We might want to keep this. Yeah, I think Spike Feeder in the graveyard is better than a land, especially since we have Eternal Witness in hand. Because we want to stay in a position where if we just draw Chord of Calling, we win. Hallowed Fountain, tapped. About it. They must have Collected Companies in hand. That's the only thing that really makes much sense. Opponent, pass it. Well, go to combat. Get it with Night of Autumn. Opponent takes it. Well, let's Eternal Witness. Alright, here's the Coco. Geist of St. Traft and Supreme Phantom. Well, we get back Spike Feeder. Deputy of Detention. Get rid of Supreme Phantom. And pass the turn. Well, we kind of dodged a bullet. I still think they probably have another Collected Company at hand. Misty. Cracks it. Forest. Drog Skull Captain. And more Supreme Phantoms. Alright. Well, that's kind of a blowout. Opponent gets in for 8. Yup. Down to 14. Opponent passes. We draw. Archangel. Man, we are so close. Alright, I think our plan is play Spike Feeder. Play Scavenging Ooze. Pass the turn. Oh, we have the Archangel. Opponent cashes in Horizon Canopy. Plays Horizon Canopy. Cashes in Horizon Canopy. They've already used to pass Ether Vial. Well, I mean, the question is, did they draw path number 3? Opponent, combat. Attacks. We take 5. Yep, down to 9. 2 cards in hand, 2 paths already gone. Does it resolve? We untap. Wooded Foothills. I'll play Wooded Foothills. Crack Wooded Foothills. Take a forest. Come on, no path. No path. Archangel. No path. Opponent. Oh, scooped it up! Backup combo for the win! Okay. We got there. Oh, good thing we put that Spike Feeder in our graveyard rather than taking a land. So if you're not familiar, we haven't used this combo yet. If you haven't seen this before, just so it's clear, because we only got 1 game left, so you might not see it again. Spike Feeder, you can't really read it very well, unfortunately. There you go. So Spike Feeder, it comes in with 2 counters. You can remove a counter to gain 2 life. If you have Archangel Athune out, Archangel Athune, whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. So basically, you remove the counter, which triggers Archangel, counter on everything, which replaces a counter. Do it again. You gain infinite life, and your creatures get infinitely big, because it's putting a counter on everything. So we would just make these creatures massive, attack, win the game, and alright! 1 game to go for the 5-0 dream. 1 more single game. Oh, man. Come on, deck. Come on, Prime Speaker Vannifar. You could do it. Oh, man. Well, let's give it a shot. Can we squeeze in another Night of Autumn? Night of Autumn seemed reasonable there. Oh, it's so hard to cut too much. Is Staticaster good enough? It kills some early game stuff. It's bad after the Lords are down. It gets like Rattle Chain, Selfless Spirit, and the 1-drop. Alright, run it back. Opponent's on the play! This one's for the 5-0 with Vannifar Pod. Alright, we'll keep this. We got a path. We got some chords. Hopefully we can parlay that into a win. Opponent, Hallowed Fountain, untapped. And there's the Ether Vial. Opponent passes. Well, play the forest and Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. Opponent. Taking up Vial. And Mausoleum Wander. Oh, one land, all action. We draw. Path. Well, play Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. With our opponent only having one land, we don't really want to path this Mausoleum Wanderer yet. Opponent, another one? Ugh. Well, that's a lot of Mausoleum Wanderers. Opponent, untaps. Takes up Vial. Oh, top deck's a land. 3 Mausoleum. Oh, goodness. Oh, this is not good. Not good. Opponent, combat. Attacks. All right. Vial's in. Supreme Phantom. So we path Supreme Phantom. Opponent just lets it go. All right. Unfortunately, our hand is full of Chord of Callings, which get countered by Mausoleum Wanderers. Ugh. The old triple Mausoleum Wanderer draw. Well, crack Windswept Heath. Get a... Let's take a Breeding Pool. Tapped. Take 6 in the air. Opponent passes. Restoration Angel. I'll play Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. Restoration Angel is interesting. Opponent. Yep. Cracks. Only 2 cards in hand. Do we have to run out Angel now? I'm worried about Spell Queller. Temple Garden tapped. Yeah, I think we do. Crack Windswept Heath. Take a Plains. Restoration Angel. Untap Birds. Alright, opponent. I mean, this plays around Spell Queller. Path still gets us, but Path gets us no matter what. We don't get as much surprise value, but I think it's worth it. Alright. Man, so close. Flooded Strand. Opponent. Combat. No attacks. We draw. Misty Rainforest. Well, play Misty Rainforest. Pass the turn. Opponent. Oh, here comes the Coco. Breeding Pool. Oh, no Coco. All right. Untaps. Opponent. Supreme Phantom. Well, we will path Supreme Phantom. Opponent gets a land. Grows the Dorks. Ether Vial. Reflector Mage. Well, crack Misty. Grab a Forest. Chord of Calling. If opponent sacks a Wanderer, okay. Okay, that's fine. We are fine with that. So opponent bounces Resto. Can get in for 4. Yep. So we're down to 7. Untap. Deceiver Exarch. I'll play Temple Garden tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent. Vial. Staying on 3. We really need Resto to resolve. Noble Hierarch. 1 card in hand. Opponent. Combat. Attacks. Well, let's just Deceiver Exarch. Tap a land. Opponent's got a Path as their last card. Alright, there's the Path. We grab an island. We take our beats. Opponent's out of cards. We draw something, please. A land. Well, play Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. Actually, opponent's out of cards. Alright. New plan. Oh no. Yeah, new plan. Oh, we left in Staticaster, right? How do you see your sideboard? I know there's a way. Oh, view sideboard. Alright, so we still have it. So we will Chord X3. Take... Is it Staticaster? Shoot down the Mausoleum Wanderers. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Oh, no Cocos. No Cocos. Opponent, combat, attacks. Well, we're going to jump with our birds. Yep, jump, Reflector Mage. Opponent, Drog Skull Captain. All right. Well, let's shoot Drog Skull Captain. Restoration Angel. Blank Staticaster. Shoot Drog Skull Captain. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Oh man, top deck wars. Come on, Vannifar. Come on, Vannifar. Opponent. What'd they find? Rest in peace. That's pretty much a whiff. That's fine. Opponent. Passes. Spellskite. Well. Shoot down Noble Hierarch. Get in with Resto. Play Spellskite. Pass the turn. Opponent. Vial staying on 3. Oh man, are we gonna win this? Opponent. Untaps. Combat. Passes. We draw. Well, that's not a great Eternal Witness. I don't even know if we can keep attacking, is the problem. Because something like Geist of St. Traff just kills us. Alright. I guess we gotta pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's just pass. Opponent. Alright, no Vial. Wow, this is so close. We really need a draw. Opponent. Staying on 3. Draws. Wow, this is for the 5-0 with Vannifar. Opponent. Passing. We draw. Stomping Grounds. Well, Stomping Grounds tapped. Pass the turn. We have cards that just win us the game. We have them. Opponent. Found something. They drew Coco? Oh no. Oh no. That might do it. Geist and Noble Hierarch. That's very bad. I think that beats us. Oh. We got into the top deck war, and as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're a little higher on lands than our opponent, and our opponent drew their best card at what is for us the worst possible time. Opponent attacks. I guess we should have. I don't know. Maybe we should have run out. Maybe we should have run out the Eternal Witness. I guess it doesn't really block anyway. Oh, dear. So close to the 5-0 dream. Well, Staticaster, kill Hierarch. Now Chord is not an I win. We draw. Noble Hierarch, and that does it. Whoa. Well, I really wanted that 5-0. The good news is, Vannifar, it's insane. It's so good. Even that game, like, opponent has a lot of disruption with their spell quellers and stuff, and really, I think we got a bit unlucky. We just went through a lot of our lands. We only have 22 lands, and we drew a ton of them in the top of our deck, and we got to the position where it was really who top deck first, and we each have essentially I win the game top decks. Opponent in Collected Company, us in Vannifar, Kiki-jiki, Court of Calling. So I feel like we were pretty favored once we got to that empty-handed board stall with us being stable. But yeah, it didn't work out. That's how the Magic Gods ruled. But we can't really be too disappointed because Vannifar was insane. The deck is great. We didn't lose a game into the last round. We get some chest open as well. The kids are eating. So while it would have been sweet to get the 5-0, and I really would have liked that, we're going to crack open our chests and be happy with the 4-1. All right, let's crack them. Number 1, we get 20 play points and a Dreamboard Muse. Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, play points or something. 50 play points, Leyline of Singularity, and Suture Ghoul. Alright, no value yet. I mean, the play points add up. 15 play points, Unbreathing Horde. Alright, one last shot for something good. Come on, Magic Gods. You can do it. Commander Stable, Mind's Eye, 5 play points. Well, Alright. Not great treasure chest. Good news is, the deck is insane. The deck is so good, but we can talk about that in the wrap-up. Vannifar. Oh, went well. Went really well. Alright, be right back. So what did we learn this week about Vannifar Pod in Modern, and OMG. The deck is awesome. It was so sweet. So we played a league with Vannifar Pod. We started off 4-0 in matches, 8-0 in games. We didn't even drop a single game up into the finals, and then in the finals, we lost a really close 3-game match against Spirits. It came down to, in our last game, which I'm sure you just saw, but in our last game, we got down to that top deck battle, and basically, we drew a couple of lands, our opponent drew the Collected Company, so it was really a race to who draws their I win card first, and our opponent drew their I win card first. Little disappointed because I feel like we had at least just as many I win cards. Like Prime Speaker would have won us the game, Court of Calling, Kiki-jiki would have won us the game. So we had a bunch of cards that would have just won us the game, but our opponent hit theirs first. So that match really felt like 50-50 and it could have went either way. So the deck overall, it was insanely impressive. We beat aggro decks like Burn, 8-Whack Goblins. We beat hardcore degenerate modern combo decks in Storm and KCI. And then we gave the mid-range disruption deck, Spirits, a really insane battle right to the end. And like I said, that was really a true coin flip at the end to who top deck first after things stabilized and we were both empty-handed, and our opponent just won the coin flip. So the deck was super legit. As far as changes to the deck, I am still really not sure. Like, it's obviously good enough as is, and Prime Speaker itself, good lord, it is as devastating as you would think. Like, the ability to just win the game if you untap with a single creature, that is really powerful. Our deck is really good at getting it down on turn number 3, and then we just put our opponent to the test. So we're like, all right, do you have an answer? Okay, if you have an answer, we will continue to play Magic, try to find another one, try to just naturally find our combos, and if you don't have an answer, the game just ends on the spot. Like, that's all we need is a Prime Speaker and a single creature. That is it. We don't need anything more than that, and the game just ends. So Prime Speaker is more than worthy of building around. Dodging Lightning Bolt is a really big deal in our current format. So I feel like the deck is pretty legit. It definitely is rough around the edges, and I'm not exactly sure, like, do you need the Archangel of Thune Spike Feeder combo? I'm not 100% sure. I feel like we can definitely cut Sun Titan Zealous conscripts. I don't think we ever cast them, nor did we ever want to tutor them out. And one of the things I realized about the deck is with Prime Speaker, we're almost always going through the same combo loop. Like, we're almost always doing the primary, like, Scrib Ranger for Renegade Rallier, for Deceiver Exarch, for Breaching Hippocamp or Restoration Angel into kiki-jiki. That's the loop we're doing like 90% of the time. We did win a game by just naturally drawing into our Archangel of Thune combo, and that is a nice upside to this deck. With 4 Court of Callings and these random backup combos, we can definitely win without Prime Speaker. We can't just like tutor up a kiki-jiki with a Restoration Angel or a Deceiver Exarch or a Breaching Hippocamp. We can just tutor up an Archangel of Thune if we happen to draw our Spike Feeder. So there's definitely some brewing to be done around the edges. Thalia, super key. I think right now the changes I would make to the deck is drop Sun Titan, drop Zealous Conscripts, play a 3rd Thalia, which seems like one of our most important cards. Like, that's a card we just want to draw naturally in most games and play on turn 2, because it hits on a lot of decks in Modern, and it doesn't really hurt on us at all. And then maybe the last slot, I don't even know. Maybe just a Path to Exile is like the easiest. Playing 1 removal spell would be fine. It wouldn't be bad in our deck, but maybe there's a better option there as well. Could play a 2nd Eternal Witness is a possibility. So I think this is a deck where the possibilities are endless. But even in this current rough first draft type of form, the deck is legit. And I am very high on Vannifar Pod. Is it going to break Modern? That I don't know. Is it going to be the new birthing pod in the sense it's the best deck in the format? That's maybe unlikely, but I do think that Prime Speaker Vannifar and Vannifar Pod is at very least in that huge group of Modern playable decks. There's like 40 decks that are legitimately playable in Modern in the way that if you're really good at them and you practice them and you know the matchups inside and out, that you could spike a tournament with them. And I think Prime Speaker is going to add itself to the list based on our really early experiences that we saw today, because I think the deck can still improve like we've been talking about. And even in this rough form, we were super close to 5-0 going, and other than the Spirits matchup, we were not even dropping matches, and it's really powerful to have all these silver bullets, like being able to just get a Knight of Autumn against the aggro decks to gain a bit of life, or to blow up an artifact against some of the combo decks. Like, all that stuff is just so powerful. So along with this, oops, I win the game, because I untap with Prime Speaker combo, we have a lot of these weird silver bullets in our main deck because of all our tutoring. So I love this deck. It was awesome. It was great. I wish we could have snuck out that last win and actually 5-0'd, but Vannifar Pod seems legit in Modern, and I expect we would be playing it some more because it was super, super sweet. Anyway, that's been Vannifar Pod. That's been our Much Abrew for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.